What the fuck is up, y'all? Mr. Makan back for another Tuesday here on Juggalo a Day. So we're talking about the Juggalo eras. You know, the four. The old school, you know, the fuck the industry era, you know, right after Malenko, all the bullshit with Disney went down. And then you have the family era, you know, Shangri-La, onward, and then currently where we are now with the Civil War. You know, this ain't a civil war because we ain't civilized no more. Anyways, so when I got down, it was in '97, before Malenko had actually dropped, and honestly, I didn't even know Malenko had dropped, even when it did drop. I didn't have, you know, internet wasn't a thing. I wasn't in an area where, you know, fucking ICP did any sort of fucking promotions or anything like that. I happened to have a cousin who had a friend that was from Detroit, and they gave me a dubbed tape of, you know, dubbed cassette tape of Riddlebox. And so I went on listening to that for quite a while. I was 11 years old. Actually, a couple months ago was my Juggiversary, my 20 years. You know, it's crazy to think about that you put that much time into, you know, this music and record label and lifestyle and all that. It's strange. But for me, I would say my most favorite era was definitely the fuck the industry era. You know, everybody at that time was just, you know, about putting out fucking angry stuff. And for me, that's why I got into ICP. It was kind of a venting mechanism. You know, I was never like a violent person. Don't like to fight, none of that stuff. So it was just kind of that thing that was like, you know, I can listen to this and be angry and kind of picture myself in the situation and, you know. But yeah, the fuck the industry era for me was, you know, I mean, prime teenage years, fucking, you know, kind of coming into being an adult, and all that, you know, dealing with, you know, fucking kind of adapting more to society and accepting, you know, when you get into high school, the cliques start forming and you end up being the one left out, and, you know, that's really when I super dove into ICP. Like I said, I heard them before, and I listened to that fucking cassette tape for a couple of years at least. Until I changed it out one day, and it got all wet, and it fucked it up, and that was the end of it. You know, for the fuck the industry era, it was probably the best time, in my opinion. You know, it was, you know, we're fucking here, and we're mad, and nobody wants to fuck with us, and nobody wants to, you know, acknowledge our existence, you know, besides, you know, reasons to talk shit. And even in those times, it really wasn't even much of that, you know. I mean, that was kind of in the Eminem era, you know, was when it really started to bump, you know, society kind of shitting on juggalos, like, more so, you know, than just as people, you know. But, like, so for the current era, this civilized war, civilized war, this civil war, if you will, you know, I understand the gray juggalos situation, you know, just not taking a stand, or, you know, not taking a side, and, you know, just being there for the music. And, you know, I get that, But for me, it's deeper. Some people it's not, and you know, that's what's awesome about this shit, is that you know, we can all call each other the same thing and identify as the same thing and just be vastly different as, you know, individuals, which is amazing. You know, like I'm one of the motherfuckers that are to quote somebody, Jamie Madrox from Hound Dogs, be down with me and I'll be down back, you know. And you know, put my dick in your mouth, you're gonna hear a neck crack. Oh. But anyways, I'm laughing at 90% of this. You know, yeah, I did pick a side, and that's because it's what got me into it. You know, do I want to have love for Twisted? Yes. Do I love their old shit? Fuck yeah. Am I a fan of their new shit? Not so much. Am I a fan of ICP's new shit? You know. I mean, it's not like I'm just like completely fanboying for fucking ICP or dick riding or what the fuck ever. You know, that's the shit that got me into it. That's where I stand, you know. If I claim Juggalo and they're not claiming Juggalo, then that's not me, you know. I don't have anything personal against nobody, you know. Fucking, if you want to listen to Twisted, listen to Twisted. If you want to do all that, then do it. I don't give a fuck, you know. Am I going to give you a hard time or fuck with you about it? Yeah, why? Because that's what I do to my homies. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to break no friendships over some bullshit. You know, like a majority of people say, it's just music. But for me personally, it's a little deeper than that. ICP had a lot of songs that really fucking grabbed me mentally and really morphed me out of the weird, you know, nerdy social outcast, you know, angry fucking, you know, person, and, you know, kind of turned me into somebody that's like, I want to be more open-minded. I want to, you know, I want to take in everything. That was the one characteristic that ICP didn't change in me. It was being a people watcher. And for me, this era is amazing because I love watching people. I love seeing emotion, and that's why, you know, you got like people like you know, Beastmaster, or, you know, anybody from Carnival Spirits that calls me, you know, Mr. Makan trolls or whatever like that. Like, my trolling isn't for me to laugh. It's to invoke a deeper thought in the person and see how they react with it. You know, that's why that's why I do that stuff, is I am a people watching and a complete sponge just to social interactions and you know, people, you know, interactions and shit like that. To me, that shit's awesome, and that's why, you know, that's why I love this shit, is because, like, everybody can talk tons and tons of shit about how much they hate Juggalos and how, you know, fucking shitty we are, yet we're probably one of the most, if not the most, fluid, like socially fluid people. You know, I have a homie that runs they're like party planners, but for like EDM and like techno and stuff like that, and they do their own like big get-togethers, and the main dude in there is one of my homies that I've been down with for fucking years. And, you know, he's huge Juggalo, fucking every gathering, fucking all that, you know, all of it, like, huge merch collection, all that shit. You know, I got homies that don't even socialize with anybody, that just fucking kick it. Just kick it at home. That's all they want to do. you know. But like I said, I mean, for me, this era is awesome. I don't hold nothing vengeful for anybody. If they want to call me a dick rider, whatever, you know. Am I riding fucking ICP's dick? Kinda, cause that's my shit, you know. And you can talk about Jay and whatever the fuck he does, and that's entertainment for me, you know. Violent J is a fucking character, and the way that, you know, the whole Blase thing or the Ziggler thing or anything like that is like, that's Jay, you know. That's he is there to make issues, and that's why I love them, you know. You know, Shaggy's more reserved. He just holds everything back. You don't hear him talk a lot, you know. Not that Jay gives him any chance, but even if he did, you know, like the Don't Ask Me song on, or yeah, it's Don't Ask Me on Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker. Like, what does he say? He said, my thoughts are deep like an ocean, look in and you'll see, or something like that, you know, combining ocean and sea, and that shit's awesome, you know. That shit is amazing. But I don't, you know, am I gonna fuck with people? Yeah, because it's fun, and I want people to think, and that to me is the most important thing out of all of this, is that we are continually growing as people and becoming better for ourselves and better for this lifestyle, and, you know, just better. So that's all I got for you guys. You know, make sure you check out everybody the rest of the week. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop a like. Do all that shit. But anyways, I'm out. Peace.